Cars are terrible. Terrible. We're just waiting for Erica. She's there. She's there. Hey, friend.
Hey, how's it going?
You're the only one. Everyone's doing recording this week except for these two in here and you. So here we are.
Hey
So
everyone.
fun. How are we feeling? Miranda's had a day. Leonie's ready for it. Erica's ready now.
I'm ready.
You're so ready. All right. You ready, friends? Woo! Okay, let's lay ourselves down. Footwork springs on. Here we go. Hang on, let me just do that. There we go. All right, let's start toes V. No laughing. Miranda, what are you doing with your stick behind you? Erica started. What are you two doing? Off you go. You're fine, Mary. All right,
Okay.
Off you go. These two in here are being less than, no, I'm joking. You are awesome. I know. While you're footworking, Carly, who's getting a recording today, who's also awesome, thought it would be hilarious if it was just me filming myself with you two. So there you go. Once we've done about 8, let's change to arches and we'll go in the middle of the bar, knees together. Good. And then while we're arching along, try and hold your weight wherever your foot is hitting the foot bar. So you can really push and pull from that area. So this is probably one of the times where the pulling your arches up actually works for the exercise because it does pull you back in. So the cue of arches up to get your inner thighs and things like that, which are kind of arbitrary cues at the best of times. This one actually does work because it puts us where we need our weight to go. Yeah, you know, the feeling of pulling like the bottom of your feet up with muscles, if that makes sense. Keep going, Miranda. Ari, Leonie, if you want to change for heels, go for it. I keep having a go at that though. Because you haven't been on that reformer for a while. Awesome. Nice, Ari. So you can keep going with that arches up feeling as well. Good. Feet together, Miranda. Thank you. Fight for it, my friend. Nice. Remember, we want to get that last % out of our press, so really give it a bit of a go. Exactly. Good. Once we've done about 10, change onto your toes again, and you can go V or parallel for tendon stretch. Calf raises. So once we're out, keep hold of that. Like think as if you're constantly pushing the shoulder blocks away from you. So even as your heels come under the bar, we still want to imagine we can hold the carriage still where it is now. And it gives you that sense of length through your back body as the heels come down. You've done your calf raises? Beautiful. Once we've done about 8 to 10, let's take foot bars down and then spring for the 100. So in the stay on 4 springs, Erica maybe 2. You guys, Miranda. Oh, so close. Close. We'll fix you in a minute. All right, let's start today with legs out over the foot bar. So as we would if we were doing the 100 from mat work. And then once we've got our arms overhead, find a bit of already find it and as if you're going to pull tension into the straps already. So then we've just got to think for ourselves and go, where do I want my 100 to go? So that could be legs out low, that could be knees to chest, that could be legs to the sky. Make a decision and move, let's go into that shape. So hands down, head up, legs up, and then start your 100. Fabulous. So for all of us, we need to push as hard as we can through our fingertips to try our best and hold the carriage still. So for most of us, that actually feels like chest lifting higher or more. So it's that real ribs to hips sensation. And one of my teachers at the studio gives the cue of back ribs down, which I quite like for me. And then somewhere in there, remember to breathe. Well done, team. Good. Head up and head forward. Everything down. Excellent. 2 straps into your left hand. So Erica, use your long straps. Teaser up and face to the side. Take two springs off of you two in here. We're going to do overhead area. So maybe like 1 to 1.5 springs. And then lay yourselves back down. Same deal with the legs over the foot bar. And pulling a little bit of tension into our straps. So if you want to, for the first couple, we can do the prep of the overhead, which is arms down, legs up. If you're pretty cool with this, add the rollover as well. So hands down, legs up, and then hips roll overhead. Pause for a moment and try and roll down slowly. Once your butt hits, legs go down, hands come up. Fabulous. And again, so hands down first, hips lift up and push yourself over. Exactly. So when you're actually holding at the top, you give a little bit more juice to your arms to push you that little bit higher. And that will give you the sensation of your hips lifting up off of your torso. Nice, Miranda. One more will be plenty. And once your hips hit, knees bend into your chest, and we're going to take elbows down onto the carriage. Awesome. So rolling out of this guy. So coordination, let's tuck ourselves into the smallest ball we can with our head down. So we're going to start head down. We will go head up though. So even from here, trying to bring our knees close is hard with our heads down. Yeah, there you go. So let's all press arms and legs straight out, long. Legs open, close, knees in, bend your elbows, try and fold your knees to your head. And again, arms and legs long, open, close, fold your knees to your head. Good. One more like this. And then once we go head up, which is on our next rep, what we're going to do is try and resist our work on the way in. So once we press out, we do our open close. Especially when we bend our elbows, really try and pull your elbow as far away from you as possible to hold that resistance. Let's go again. So press out. There we go. We back. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Harry. It's been like the bane of it. You had that experience last week too. It's just the internet doesn't die. Anyway, back to short spine. We've probably all done 100 ourselves, but there's nothing wrong with doing another 100, in my opinion. Alrighty, so if we've got feet in straps, if we need to frog a couple of times, please do. If not, we're going to go straight into short spine. So how we're going to do this one, once we've pressed all the way out to long legs, let's try and actually lift our hips from this point. So this is where we draw from the overhead. So when we press enough through our arms, our hips can lift up. Lift up. Yeah. There we go. Knees in. And then roll down slowly. Super good. And again, pressing out, hips up to lift over. And something we can all try actually is when we're rolling down, have your thighs on your chest. Like really tucked in. Yeah. Even more, Miranda. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh, that's what happens to the thing. When our internet dies, the alarm goes weird. Yeah, yeah. Anyway. Nice, Eri. Really squash your chest. Super good, team. One more time. I'll fix it, Leonie. Awesome job. That's all right. Super good. All right, team. Take your feet out of the straps. We're going to respring with one spring for everyone. Okay, rowing. Here we go. My gosh. So we're going to face the back end of our reformer. You can cross legs or have them parallel. I'm not really phased with this one. And then remember that this one, yes, we're going to start probably with slack straps. So be okay with that as well. You're around a hand's distance from the back edge of the reformer, just so you've got space to roll. And we're going to start with arms all the way up at shoulder height. Fabulous. We're going to think thumbs to our chest and go arms to chest or hands to chest. Roll back with your hands on your chest. So round spine. Good. Arms go out to the side, palms face back. Excellent. Head to your knees, arms behind you. Give them an extra squeeze where they are, and then lift up to circle. All the way forward, take a stretch. Good. Restack. Fist to chest. Excellent. Roll back. Take a pause, arms to the side. Excellent. Head to knees, press your arms back, give it an extra bit of squeeze, and then lift up and around. We'll do 2 more of these. So I'm going to use Miranda as just as a way we can help our clients with what to do with their arms. So if her elbows are right up, it's already going to give her space to press out. So if you press out to the side, then when she dives forward, you've got something behind you to give them a bit more. So Miranda's going to push hard into my hands. Yes. And we'll lift her arms together. Damn, girl. Well done. Good. One more time. So it's that real act of pushing backward. So the trick about rowing on some of the reformers is if you give that last 5%, you'll get more out of it. Nice, Eri. Super good. So sitting upright now for biceps. So again, arms out in front, up in line with shoulders. Now we're sitting, this is a flat back move. So bicep curl in, hold that, lean back, hold that, lean forward. Good. Arms go down the side of the reformer. We repeat the whole circle. So the same squeeze at the back, coming all the way forward, restack to flat back and bicep curl. So when you get used to the process, you can make it flow a little bit more. So when you actually pull in, use that as your position to lean back as well. That's better, Miranda. So this is from the workshop we did last night as well. Yeah. Eri, keep lifting your elbows as you go back. Yes. Hell yeah. Well done. Good. One more, I think, is 4, or have we done 4? One more. You're on the window. You're here every day. Awesome. So finishing this final circle off. And then once we've finished our circle, just pop your straps onto the mat, the carriage of your reformer. Pick your legs up, spin around, face the other way. And then scoot your butt up against the shoulder blocks for rowing from the front. Awesome. So straight legs out in front of you. Overhand grip on the handles. And then start up, hands up at armpit height. So if you can tuck your elbows behind you, really, really try. Excellent. So then all we're going to do is press up on the diagonal, lower our arms to the carriage, lift all the way up to the sky, circle, back to your armpits. Miranda, change your hand grip. See how Leonie's got overhand? Nice, Eri. So really milk the circle. And that sometimes feels a lot more like you're lifting up with your entire body to circle around. It's quite a nice little ending there. So we'll make this one the last one. A big lift up to the sky. Fabulous. And we're going to finish with handles at our hips. So when we do from the hip, like brutal forward fold. So in one move, we're going to go hard, hands to feet, forward fold, arms lift, body lifts, coming back to the start position, then circle all the way to your hips. And again, good stuff. So for all of you, you can try a bit more to pull under your heels because you're all flexible enough to do it. So think as if you're trying to push a stick underneath your feet. The other thing you can help to give that feeling is the idea of lifting your legs up. This will be your last one today. So idea of lifting your legs up. Nice, Miranda, that worked. Fabulous. All right, come into cross-legged. We're going to take hands out in line or arms out in line with our ears for shaving. So arms up in line with ears. Exactly. You can make a fist or Barbie hands, whichever works a little bit better for you, but we are going to try and bend so our hands go behind our head. So when we bend in, let's shave the back of our hair and then push forward. So eyes up will make this harder for sure because you've got to be upright in your chest. Exactly. Good. Count 2 more. And 1. Holding arms long and then all the way out to hug a tree. So this will be our final arms work. So if we bring our arms forward to hug and then open. Whoop. Oh, you got cross straps, Erica.
Cross straps.
So think elbows higher than your shoulders. There we go. And work hard to push your shoulder blades forward. So all the neck stuff we did last night. Yeah. Maybe 1 more will be plenty. Excellent. And then all we're going to do is hang up our straps, grab our long box, 2 springs for everyone. So that could be like 2 full springs, Erica, or 1.5, and we're going to do swan. I sure do. Absolutely, you can. Yeah. All right, so once the box is on, foot bar's still down. I can't remember, Erica, last week if we changed your platform for swan, or we're ready to go. All righty. So hands on the box and let's step up onto the frame of our reformer or the foot bar. So it depends on what your preference is. If you're on the frame, already hook your toes on the inside and stand in V. Excellent. So all we need to do here is just push the box out and then pop our thighs on the edge of the box. So it's not hip joint or crease, it's literal like thigh muscle. And we're going to start up. So we're going to push up into a swan. Exactly. So all we're going to try and do is drop our heels back a little bit more. Good. And then bend your knees. So knees bending means torso is far more upright. So it's quite an epic tuck, like posterior tilt within an inch of your life kind of thing. Awesome. If we can hold there already, let's bring our arms up today. If we can hold. Excellent. All we're doing now is just calf raises in that shape. So nothing else moves apart from your ankles. So you've just got to get a little bit excited with your toes and ankles for a moment. So good, isn't it? Yep. Excellent. One more time. Drop your heels and then bring your torso down onto the box. So we're still going. So hands to the side of the reformer. Yep, that's right, Miranda. Now in one move, we're going to reach arms and legs straight out long. So torpedo. Yep. Bend your knees, lift your torso and arms up, up. Good. Keep tucking to lift, keep tucking to lift. Thank you very much. Press back out to torpedo and bend back in. So all of us try and go to straight legs, like proper knees straight. And again, arms and legs out. Bend your knees, lift your torso and arms to the sky. Good stuff. Press back out to torpedo all the way long, then bend and return. Good, you can tuck a bit more here, Miranda. Yep, one more time. Press out long, bend your knees, lift up. Well done, team. Press back out straight. And then bend your knees, bring it in. Nice job. Erica, change for one spring for pulling straps. Actually, you guys can as well. And then laying back down exactly the same way on your box again. And then take your ropes into your hands. Woo. Awesome. All right. So ideally shoulders over the shoulder blocks or thereabouts, so you're not as far off the box as you are for swan. Straight elbows and reach your arms down so you can curl over your box even more. So you want to come from flexion. So it's kind of like coming from the 100. So at first we want to think of this as an arms exercise. So arms pull up to our hips, head lifts, chest reaches forward. Excellent. Arms right up, Erica. You got it. Lower down. That's it. Lower down, flex over your box. And again, arms up, chest forward, arms up more. There you go. And then lower down. Super good, team. And again. So the two, where we can get stuck is those of us who are natural backbenders will want to do this first. But if you think for yourself, stay low on the box, that's going to actually build strength as opposed to just that flexibility height. We got one more time. And then arms are going to come out to a T, palms face down. You guys in the studio can slide down your leathers to make them a bit longer. And then we're just pulling our hands into our hips and open again. Nice, Erica. So Eri, when you open, think up with your arms to open, like almost like a circle. That's it. That's nice. Are you alive, Leonie? Yeah. Good. Leonie's on the super heavy reformer today. Good. Last two. Fabulous. Last one. Lower down, 2 straps into your right hand, step off to your right. And then turn around to face the foot bar with 1 strap in each hand behind you. Rad. So getting on for backstroke, we're going to go right hand to the back edge of the box, right leg on. Sit your butt to the very, very front of the box. Other leg comes on and other hand comes on. Sitting up, Eri, for this one. I promise we'll do breaststroke for you. Backstroke. Okay. Backstroke first, then breaststroke. I know it's like a medley, like a relay. We just don't have freestyle yet. All right, so sitting to the very front edge of your box, your straps are still loose for the most part. What you're going to do is roll yourself onto your back, tucking your knees into your chest and fists to your forehead. Alrighty, so straight in today. So arms and legs up to the sky. Circle your arms and legs down into 100 shapes. It's like a luge. There we go, I put it in. Lift up higher 1, lift up higher 2. Yes, Erica, lift up higher 3. Bend back into your rolling shape. And we go again. Arms and legs up. Circle, hold in the 100. And then you've got 3 count to get a little bit higher, stay that high as you bend back in. Right onto your head, Miranda. And again, yes. So if we were lifting up quite high in our 100 shape, try and hold that height as you come. Yeah, like literally hold that height and bend back in. Boom. One more time, everyone. Then we got teaser. So you're there. Nice, Erica. Arms up, Eri. That's what's going to get you there. Well done. Good stuff, team. Have a little break. That was good. If this feels like the right springs for teaser, stay where you are. If you want less, you can always drop a spring, and it's up to you. So I'm definitely a heavy spring person for teaser. Hard, but it feels more stable because it gives you something to push through. So if we take our legs out straight, so someone gave me the Christ the Redeemer pose, like on top of the Rio heel. Yeah. Like there, this is fun. All right, so arms out to a T. And before we go anywhere, we're already going to lift our legs up a little bit. Lift our legs up a little bit. Eri, you might have to pull some tension onto your straps already to start this off. Yeah. Okay, so all we're going to do is lift our head, legs, pull your arms into your sides, and then continue up for your teaser. So do your best to lead with your hands, and that sounds odd, but we'll go with it. Roll back down, and we go again. So one of the timing issues a lot of people have with teaser is their hands don't go up enough. So it's a lot easier to lead from your shoulder rather than lift your arms. So you want your hands up to lift your toes. So one of the big progressions of this one is to sit at the top in like a forward fold shape, holding your feet. So if that's an idea of where you could go with this one, reaching to your feet is a great idea. Oh, well done. Yes, Miranda. That's it. Well done. Okay. On the next one, we're holding up because everyone's got this. We are definitely, we're holding up. 3 arm circles. Can be as big or as small as you want. And roll down. Good. That was awesome. You guys are awesome teaserers. 2 straps into your right hand, step off to your right. 1 spring for everyone, and we're getting on our front for breaststroke. So facing forward. Do you need to pull your reformers out? Thank you, Leonie. Alrighty, so with your straps in front of you this time, bring your right strap in around the other side. Yeah, and have your straps in front like that. That's it. Okay, so taking a lunge to take 2 hands into the front edge of the box. Body sits through the center. Nice job. So we've got an overhand grip on our straps at the moment. Now, before we get started, let's pull our arms, so the hands to armpits, just like rowing front, and then heels to your butt. So it's like double leg kick. So when we go to do our arms straight out, we're going to do it in time with our legs. So that's the timing of it. So we're going to kick heels to our bum 3 times. So we go kick, 2, 3, arms and legs straight out. That's it. Lift your chest, circle your arms. Very nice. Very nice. And come back to the start. Same again. So big reach back forward. So legs back, arms forward. Good lift up to circle around. Nice, Erica. So get your arms out first. So big push in your arms, then add your circle in. Big push. So Eri, I reckon if you think more like push out in a straight line instead of up, that'll actually work stronger for you. Yes, there you go. They might just do that anyway. Nice, Erica. That's better, Eri. Well done. Good, Miranda. Last one in total. If you're dead, you're dead. Leonie's dead. That's okay. Very nice, team. Very nice. Awesome job. Now hands to the front edge of the box, split and sit up in horseback. And then we've just got to flip our straps so that they're under, bring them out from under your thighs. Wriggle back on your box as far as you can and pop your hands down on the box in front of you. So straight legs for you, Miranda. Good try. Okay. So hands on the box, and what you're going to do is push your hands. So Erica's doing it for us already. You two are terrible, not even listening. We're going to push ourselves back and round. Now hold there, squeeze the box within an inch of its life and just bring your arms up. Now lift your hips. So you have to pivot forward. Nice, Erica, that's it. Beautiful. Lower down, hands back to the box. The trick is, how do we keep our spines round as we lift up? So if we find the shape, we have to fight for our shape. So now, Miranda, if you just pivot, keep pushing your arms forward. Good. And then tuck heaps. Yeah. 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 Really? Oh, all right. We're gonna try again with Miranda, Erica. So if you go hands on there, yeah, that's right, Miranda. So arms, that's it. Now just push forward in your arms. They're fine. Oh, good job. Can you go palms up?
Up.
Up, yeah. Nice, Sarah. You've done like 20. You can have a moment. That's it, Miranda. That's it. That's it. Hold. Yep. Think I have to lift my legs up and tuck. The opposite of what you're doing, but that's it. Yeah. You start well. It's just, how do I hold that and pivot? We'll work on that. Awesome, team. Hang up your straps. Get rid of your box. Headrest up. And headrest up, foot bar up. Probably 2 springs for long stretch. Awesome. All righty. So once you've got yourself set up, come and stand to one side of your reformer. And what we'll do is we'll take 2 hands on the foot bar, lean forward over the foot bar. So you can take one straight leg into the headrest, other straight leg into the headrest, and this is your start position. So think of this as a long rounded shape like elephant. So already we're in like a tucked position. Then all we have to do is lock that in and push away with our arms. Good. And then pull forward with our arms. Nice. Erica, you can lift onto your toes a bit more. Yes. Then what that makes you have to do is drop your hips, which is a bit mean. Yeah. Well, yes, Erica, well done. Awesome. Nice, Miranda. That's awesome. One more today. So we'll only do like 4. And then holding forward at the stopper, look up with your eyeballs, come into back extension and drop your knees. Reset your feet on the shoulder blocks, and we're already ready for down stretch. So hips forward, chest up, and then let's press back with our arms and in. Excellent. So when we return to our stopper, what we want to try and do is give ourselves more extension. So chest up to the sky, friends. That's it. Nice. Think of your swan you did last night, Miranda. That was so good. And hold your shape, you know, with your ball on your head, like that, lift up. Yeah. Beautiful, Erica. Just eyes up for you the whole time, like swan dive on the mat. Nice. One more time, everyone. Super good. Then we'll stand up, heels halfway up the shoulder blocks for up stretch. So up stretch, we want to start with a bias into our arms, so leaning forward and in a really round spine. So this will look like more as if you are going into like a planche or something like that. So very rounded in the upper half of the body. All we're going to do is push our feet back and push our hips down. So feet back, hips down. Travel forward like long stretch. Curl over the bar and lift your hips up. And again, feet back, hips down. Very nice. Come forward over the foot bar. Round back up into your start shape. And then one more. Feet back, hips down. Travel forward like long stretch. Curl back into your start position. Now we're going to do 3 in reverse today. So yeah, so we're going to curl forward as far as we can over the foot bar. Now push back into your feet and hips. Yes, Erica, well done. Now to come back into our start position, we've got to think tail tucks first. So we're articulating from the bottom of our body to come back into that start elephant shape. So we travel forward over the foot bar, push back in our plank shape, curl up to finish at the stopper. And we have one more time. The backwards way feels really odd. So forward over the foot bar, press back, and then curl into the stopper, dropping your heels down onto the carriage. So elephant, woo! All right, everyone. Elephanting ready to go. Round spine, head over the foot bar and tuck your head between your elbows. And then let's just press back and forward. So little presses, that's it. Ari, if this feels like nothing, you can do this with your toes up on the shoulder blocks.
That's sad.
Like, yeah, if that feels okay, go for it. But you can also like stand on top of the shoulder blocks if you want to. Yeah. Nice. Just to give you a little bit more something, something. Good. Now let's try the one leg. So we're going to take one leg forward. Good try, Miranda. I like that forward. That's a better forward. Well done. And then just push with the other leg. Good. Four's plenty. And then swap sides. Same again. Correct. You can go same as tendon stretch. So you can go forward, side, back, all those different variants. So if you've got someone who you're working on tendon stretch with, elephant one leg forward is a really good idea because it's going to work you more into compression. So basically where you are now, just with your leg up. Leonie's hips don't like this. So you can change to a knee bent if you want to. Cool? Yeah. Nice. That's it. Well done. Yeah. Once we're done, let's grab our sticky mat for stomach massage. All springs on. Miranda, if you grab your mat just at the back of the reformer. All springs on, toes V on the bar, and let's hang on to the carriage just underneath the front. So round spine to start with, but I want you to think of lifting up and into your round spine. So instead of kind of crashing down, can we think, how could I lift my ribs over my knees, essentially? Now, staying right up on our toes, all we're doing is pressing back, lower lift the heels, down, up, and return. So I find elbows bent in this one a lot easier because it's like when we're long, it just brings our shoulders away from our ears a little bit and it gives us a bit more grounding through our hips because you can pull a bit more and there's nothing wrong with that. We can all try and lean forward more. Oh, that's better. And we have one more here. Fabulous. If you've got 4 springs on, take one off. Hands back to the shoulder blocks behind you for flat back. So really lifting chest up for this one. And again, forward lean if we can. Forward lean if we can. And then the same legs as our round back. So pressing out, lower lift, and return. So right up on our toes. Excellent. While you're going along with this one, just start to take a bit of weight off your hands and arms so that we're ready for reach, which comes next. We have one more rep to go. Coming all the way into the stopper, change down one more spring. Now sitting all the way up, arms forward, and then this time we only press out and in. So legs long and bend. So if we can all think head to the sky, this would be a great one for putting a ball on your head to balance. We want to lean forward a little bit. Good, Leonie. Now add the twist. So taking one arm out to the side, turn to that side. Excellent. Then return to the stopper. Other side and return. So in our twist, the hand that gets left behind has to reach more toward our foot bar. So give it a really good pull. Exactly. This will be your last one. Now 2 hands on the foot bar. Press your legs out long for a stretch. And even while you're here, we can also just go ribs right down on our thighs, whether we're at long legs or not, and just give ourselves a little bit more of a pull there. That's quite nice. Excellent. Now coming back into our stopper, let's all come and stand off the side of our reformer, and we're going to get back on for tendon stretch. So how we've been prepping tendon stretch is standing toward the foot bar end of our carriage, hands on the shoulder blocks. So whole foot on the carriage for this one. Alrighty, so hands on the shoulder blocks to start with. What we will do today is we're going to do like our inchworms, but all the way back to the foot bar today. So if we walk our hands down to our toes and then back behind us, touch the bar and then walk forward. Exactly. So think of this one more as getting our weight distribution and our balance in the right position to be able to actually do tendon stretch in a moment. Awesome. One more time. If we can touch our bar and hold on to it, really, really carefully, just take your weight into your toes a touch more so you're leaning forward, a forward feeling. Yeah. There you go. Keep your weight where it is. Walk your hands back to the shoulder blocks and just take your heels off the edge. Awesome. Couple of calf raises here just to get the back of the feet and ankles ready for life. Yep. It's a good life skill, calf raises. It'll save you in a pinch, especially if you're getting chased by police. Alrighty. Now heels as they are. Walk your hands back to the foot bar. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Once your hands are there, can you go hands the other way, Miranda? Thank you. You want to be able to lean into your bar a little bit. So that's the first scary thing. The feeling of your thighs lifting to your chest helps you a lot with your shape. So that's something constant that we're going to think of as we're pressing away. So feet, yes, are going to push away from the foot bar, but your arms also press. So you can take the carriage out. Nice, Eri. And then bring it back in. Our distance is just to the foot bar. So when our butt gets toward the foot bar, that's plenty. And then we return. Nice. Erica, I reckon you can push out more and drop your bum down to the, yeah, good plan. That's it. Nice job. Last one, everyone. Awesome job. Yes, super good. Okay. Step off or take a seat on the bar, just so you can step off. And we're going to set for short box. So foot bar down, all springs on is fine. You two will have to, can you help Miranda gear out for her as well? Because she'll need to. Super. Awesome. All right. So once we've got our box, so if us in the studio, let's take the box over the top of the shoulder blocks and we're going to come and sit on top with our feet under the safety straps. So what we want to get today, we want to try and get all the way to mermaid on side. Yeah, so if you take your headrest down, Miranda, and then just pop your box over the top of the shoulder box. Yep, perfect. Kind of sits between the hooks and the, yeah. And then come and sit on top. So the differences between the equipment is we'll have legs long on our machine, and Erica, you could probably have legs bent if you want to on yours, or you're pretty good. You've sorted yourself out there. Alrighty. Nah, don't worry about pole today. All right, hugging ourselves around our middle. And then we're going to curl forward to start today. So when we curl forward over our knees, just check if we actually bend through our knees or we can pull back on our strap to start with, which is it's a hard thing to do. Holding this shape, we're going to tuck from our hips and roll back. So ideally, trying to touch the back of our sacrum down onto the box. We get as far as we get and then we curl forward. Excellent. Try and come all the way forward to your knees if you can. Yeah. And then roll back again. So trying to touch our sacrum down onto the box. Fabulous. Nice. Now, if we keep the pull from our feet all the way up through our head, what that creates is the feeling of lift. So it's not so much just a ribs off hips feeling, it's the whole body actually pulls you up into that lifted shape. So we'll try that again. I'll explain to you guys in the studio a bit more. Nice, Leonie. So now pull hard, Miranda, on your strap and keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Well done. Now it's sliding. You got plenty of space though. Finish this one off and then we'll take hands behind the head for flat back. All right. So flat back, like in all of the series of the Pilates exercises, there's always around a flat and two other things. So this time when we go up to flat, it's the same as rowing and it's the same as stomach massages. So we want to be sitting upright, hands behind your head. And then really think, how could I lift my head even further to the sky? Lock your feet into the safety strap and then leaning back. Excellent. And leaning forward and up, forward and up. Oh, good, Leonie. Keep going, Miranda. Keep going, Miranda. Keep going. There's your up. And again, leaning back and then forward. Super good. So Ari, as you go back, think, can I even make an even longer shape as I go backward? Can I make even longer of a shape? Yeah. Almost back extension. Almost back extension. Nice, Miranda. Finish this last one off. Staying up that tall, and we do side to side. So once we're up, side bend to your right, side bend to your left. Lean forward, Miranda, a bit more. Yep. Oh, we got our up stuff going strongly, Leonie. Nice. Fight for it. Good work, team. Once you're even, we'll take that into a twist. So you can either sit and twist, which is standard, or you can do the twist and lean. So once you're in your rotation, lean back in a flat back and then come back up. So if we turn to one side, lean back, lift up, turn to the other side. So what we want to also work on in this one, if we've got like a funky back or hip stuff, it's okay to tuck to go back, because that may put you in a better like muscle advantage than just hinging. So if you're a pretty decent hinger, perhaps try tucking with this one and see if that actually helps you out with like muscle connections as opposed to just doing moves. Once you're even, you can finish there. So finish your last ones off. Good. You right, Leonie? Yep. And then we're all going to take our right leg out from under the strap for climb a tree. All right. So hooking our hands underneath our thigh. Front on. Ari will do that one in a second, I promise. My least favorite exercise. All right. 3 kicks to start. So this is just simply a stretch. 1 and 2 and 3. Holding our leg long, let's walk our hand to our ankle. Excellent. Rolling back so our leg is facing the sky. Awesome. Pause there. 3 steps to walk down your leg. 1, 2, 3. Back bend of choice. Awesome. And then walking up. Now, leg's going to stay up looking at the sky, and we're just going to try and curl our body into our knee. Curl our body into our knee. Walking down again. 3, 2, 1. Back bend. Very nice. Rolling all the way up, curling into our knee. Now holding at the top, same side hand to same side ankle, with the other hand holding onto the side of the box for tree side or leg mount. Excellent. Okay, so how we'll do tree side today, we're going to roll straight back with our leg. Wow. Take our leg to the side. So if you can split to the side and back bend, go for it, because it feels really good. And then circle your leg forward and finish it off. Do you want to do one more? So you can, yes. So if you roll back, Miranda just asked if you can let go of your leg, and you can, but you've got to slide your hand like down the inside of your leg to do it. There you go. Awesome. Super good. Plenty. Swap sides. I'll start with tree. Oh yeah, there you go. Are you just following? You're not doing anything I'm telling you. All right, so tree on the other leg. For those playing at home, I'm not sure what's happening behind me. So 3 kicks. Hold and walk up to your ankle. Awesome. So really strong top leg. Rolling back. So when the leg's at the sky, that's where we pause. Now walking down 3 steps down our leg. Back bend. And then walking up. So ideally what we're trying to do is pull our body to our leg rather than our leg to our body. So it's a much bigger emphasis on trying to hold our bottom leg long, actually. Very nice, team. So when we get to the top of this one, we'll hold on to our foot or ankle with our same side hand, other hand to the side of the box. And then we do our tree side or leg mount. So rolling backward, taking our leg out to the side. You can back bend here if you choose. Yep, go for it, Erica, if you want to. Yeah. And then lift up, circle through. One leg's always better than the other. And we'll do that again. So we'll roll back, leg to the side. And bring your leg through. Super good. Okay, now we're going to do mermaid side. So whichever leg we started with under the strap, we're going to put that one back under the strap. Turning onto your side. Now, with our legs set up on the box, it can either be on top, it can be hanging over the front, or you can actually hook it behind. So you can't see Leonie there, Erica, but see how she's got her leg hooked behind? So that's another alternative for our leg on the top of the box. And it really depends on what feels best at the moment. Now we can start with our bottom hand onto the headrest for this guy, other hand behind your head. And then let's take a side bend into the well of the reformer. And then lift back up. Fabulous. And again. And lift. If you're feeling pretty good there, you can take 2 hands behind your head or even bottom hand across your chest. And what we want to think about is how far away from the safety strap can we lean? So if we can get a pretty decent lean onto that strap, it's going to increase how far we go. 6 is plenty, and then we'll flip over to the other side. Nice. Alrighty. So setting up on the other side. And again, you can choose where you want, which position you want your leg. You can either tuck it behind the other or have it on top of the box, or even foot hanging off the edge is another one. Alrighty. So once we're up there, let's take bottom hand to the headrest, top hand behind our head, and side bend into the well, and then lift back out again. Nice. When and if you are ready to do this, 2 hands behind your head and really pull off the strap. So lean hard, because that's going to give you that ability to stay on the diagonal. Nice. One more time. Super good. And then coming back to sitting. Do we want to finish today having another go at snake twist? Yep,
Sure.
great. Erica's like, yeah, I'm down. So we'll get rid of the box. If we're still practicing this and we're not pushing out yet, load up your springs. So normally I do snake twist on 2 springs. However, if we're not pushing out just yet, put like 4 on. So the choice is yours. If you want to just practice getting in, put like all the springs on. Yeah, all the springs on. Okie doke. So just like Swan, we've got the choice of using the frame or the foot bar where we put our foot. So if we all stand on our, can you guys stand on the side facing me? So foot bar down. Awesome. Okay. So how we're going to get into this is our shoulder block, side hand on the shoulder block. And then the other hand, the back one. No, you're right. Sorry, forward. What am I'm backwards. That's why. Other hand on the front edge of the carriage. And then step your outside foot onto the foot bar. And that can be in parallel or in a V. The first thing we've got to do is keep our carriage on the stopper and hook our other foot in front of the foot bar foot. So we're starting up in like a pike shape. Nice job. If you're choosing to stay there today, you just stay there. If you want to move a bit, you can push away with your feet and hands and lift your chest as you do it. Excellent. Hips lift back up. Nice, Miranda. And bring the carriage in. Good. 2 is fine. Awesome job. And then we'll step ourselves out of there, come around the other side. Nice job. Really good. So we set up the same way. So one hand on the shoulder block, the other hand on the carriage. And then your outside foot on the foot bar. Again, the first thing we want to be able to do is keep our carriage on the stopper and bring our hips almost over the foot bar, our other leg tucking in front. We either stay there or we try and move. So we let the carriage move out, dropping the hips, lifting the chest, and then bring it back in. Awesome. 2 of these is plenty. Nice team. So good. So good. Now, just to finish off, foot bar can come back up. We're just going to do a really simple split and then you're done for the day. So 2 springs is pretty good for this. So Erica, that would be like 2 or 1.5, whichever feels a bit better. You guys in here probably on 2 springs. Kneeling on the carriage, 1 foot on the foot bar, the other foot against the shoulder block. That's it. And then leaning your body as far forward as it can go. So like big hip flexor stretch. Exactly. If you're in the position where your thigh is touching your ribs, it's going to stay there the whole time. So eyes up, chest up, and then you can press back for a split. And then bring it in. Nice, Eri. Almost think back bend, Erica. Almost think back bend again. Yeah. Miranda, you can too. So chest up as you do this one, yeah. Like right up. Ooh, good. Ugh. And then the trick for you, Miranda, is when you go back, yeah, because then you're going to get some push with your front leg because that back leg can go. So think back hip forward, pause there, keep turning, keep turning. There you go. Boom. Fabulous. 1 more repetition on this side. Excellent. Bring it back in, change legs. So just for fun, while we're at the end of the class, what would this Winter Olympic sport be if we had to call it, if we had to make this a Winter Olympic sport, what would splits be? That's not an answer.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like figure skating. Yeah. Well, Saturday mat work, we were really going on the Winter Olympics sports bandwagon. Not that there's any Winter Olympics happening at all, but we thought we were. Ribs to your thigh, Leonie. Great stuff. Finish this last one off. We all do a backflip together. Woo! And we're done. Thanks for joining us, Eri. That was rad. Your practice is so good, friend. It's so good.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I
So
practice
good.
and I
Yeah,
try.
exactly. It's the best. I'll send the recording to everyone. And if you have any questions, please let me know about any of the repertoire. And we'll see you real soon. Have fun in the Philippines, friend.
Thank you. We're in touch.
See ya.
Bye. Have a good day.